All right, we got. I'm gonna get the game going. Online play, 1 player. I'm going to be playing with friends, and I'm going to create a room for private play. And we've got Rosalina, cause best character, EZPZ. Okay, so. We need Anna, Waifu, Espin, Ocean Omega, Ken Murray, and Taco in the chat. Oh, they're definitely gonna be right-handed. Nature. Princess Peach. Nah. Rosalina for sure. All right, if anybody needs to go to the bathroom, I'm sorry. I gotta fill up my drink. I gotta take my vitamins. Self-care is important. All right, I'm gonna unmute and undeafen. Okay, you guys tell me if you hear the chat. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello.
You think you got everyone to chat? Okay. We got Anna, we got Waifu, we got Espin, we got Ocean Omega, yeah, we got Kamuri, yep, Taco, yep. Okay. You hear chat? Okay, good. I just dumped my Madrina's powder all over my desk.
Sounds like something you do.
Is it a video? Is what a video?
Oh.
Oh, are you talking about the multiverse thing? There's somebody with some background noise. Somebody is gonna have to curb the background noise. Desk Madrinas. There you go. Yeah, I don't think I hear any more background noise. Do we have everybody in the game? I can't see because my big head is in the way.
It looks like we have 6.
We have 6?
Hey.
So we're missing one at least.
I can't join just yet because I have to find my other Switch because it's the game cards of my first
Uh-oh.
Switch, not my Nintendo 2 Switch.
Spaghetti-o. That's okay, I'm taking my vitamins, so you got time.
I'm still trying to figure out what to send you.
Send me.
Yes. Your P.O. box is open now.
It is, yeah. A Christmas card?
I'm just trying to...
Christmas card's cool.
There's also a giant Yoshi at work.
What? A giant Yoshi?
And it's pink.
Oh!
And it's pink.
Oh my god. Adorable.
I'm thinking that, or there is a Rosalina plush too.
Oh man. Rosalina's best character. Hands down.
Yeah.
Secret packages. Yeah. I got the last piece. Well, okay, I've got the last piece of my computer today that I've ordered. So now I can start putting it together. But do I do that during self-care week? When I'm supposed to be taking time off work? Or...
The question is the computer going to be used for things other than streaming?
No, that's specifically for, well, I don't know. Technically, it's the gaming PC. So, it's the one that is going to have all the games installed on it. So those are all the games that I'll be streaming, and anything on Steam. So yeah, and Archipelago. Gosh, I have 9 pings on Discord. What happened? I went live, and all of a sudden, everything went to heck. What's going on here? What am I being pinged for? What is this? Oh my god, I got pinged in the Twitch guilds because they added new people, and they're like, hey, at everyone, welcome in all the new people. Right when I went live. Do it if you feel relaxed. I feel relaxed when my place is organized. Hey! Is that everybody? Are we in here? I can't see. My head's in the way.
There's 3.
One,
Yeah, we have 7.
7?
I
Okay,
found my game card.
Anna's in. I'm assuming you're the one in red. I see Espen.
That's me.
I see Camry. I know your characters. Ocean Omega, I think you're the blonde-haired one.
I'm the blonde hair talking with the green.
Yeah. And then Waifu is with the kitty ears, and Taco is green. Okay.
Still has my old Twitch name.
All right. Let's begin. Let's not mess this up, okay? This time. 150 cc. With normal palms. I can't see anything because my head's in the way. Oh, this'll be good, I'm sure.
Yeah, it looks like it.
I've sent you all your points back.
Fine. If it's not, it's just another case for scuffing.
Did it say 150cc?
Yeah.
It did.
Okay.
Is
I thought you said
that wrong?
100cc.
No. I said it was on 100cc, but I needed it to be on 150.
Okay, yeah.
Rainbow Road.
The absolute bad one.
Why do you? Oh God! Why'd you pick that one?
I just want to get it out of the way now.
No. Oh, thank God. Ah, I was worried. On my screen, it almost looked like you got it. Also, anybody who's about to be hit by the storm, please keep safe. Bing, bing, bam. All right, this is where I win, right? And then everybody's being like shocked. Oh my God, Saku's in first place. What's going on? Wow. Ah! Rude. Rude. Oh God, somebody bonked me.
I figured we were going to see those awesome driving skills like we did on that YouTube video.
Wait, what? I had awesome driving skills on my YouTube video? What video?
Yeah. The one that just got posted.
Wait, there was a video that got posted? Or is it a short?
It's the clips.
I don't do that anymore. I don't actually I'm not involved in the scheduling of that. That's either Fogs or yeah, Tropical or River or yeah, everybody else who's not me. Oh my God, I've been hit like 16 times just trying to get through here. No! No! That Murray stole my boxes.
Hi.
Rude! And then you hit me on top of it. Oh my God, I'm losing my mind.
You haven't lost yet already?
Ah!
No!
Anna! You stole my box! I've been bullied.
Heckin' blue and red.
You didn't
shit,
put your
that's
name
amazing.
on it.
No loot for Saku.
Sorry, Taco.
You don't.
I was
you
first
don't-
for a long time and just got Mario Karted.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to throw that red shell after you got hit by the blue one.
Hmm. 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 Saku wasn't first until she wasn't. It's true. Taco, your position has changed on my screen. You're no longer where you were before.
And now I'm behind your big head.
No! I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm talking about... Oh, wait, why do I hear myself? VODS, add into the... Wait, hang on. I hear me twice. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, I was a little worried. I might have pressed that early. But look at me in first place immediately again. What? How do you already have a red shell?
Because we hit the question mark box.
Yeah, but I hit the question mark box and mine was still going. And I got there first.
Hello.
Hello. Goodbye. No! No! Excuse me. Rude.
Uh-oh.
Nope, not me.
Enjoy your blue shell.
Okay.
Oh.
I think Saki disappeared.
No.
I think she did because I saw her in front of me and then she was gone.
Nope. It's because I was just so far ahead.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
X'd out.
Rude. No! 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 Stole my stuff. Rude. Go away. I see you, Rao. You tried to hit me with that. I dodged you and then instead got hit by a lightning bolt. I am struggling, apparently. Alright, do you mind?
No.
Heckin'
Nah.
boulder! It's already bad enough when we went to the past. Now we gotta follow me here?
Ah!
And I had a gold mushroom too.
No!
Ha
Darn it! I tried to run somebody over. I tried to run Taco over. I missed. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, man. Yeah! Rainbow Road, best game. Hmm. Wait, did we do this one already? Am I losing my mind? No, we did the
No,
other Rainbow
we did
Road.
the,
Yeah.
The N64 one.
Somebody just ate all of my turtle shells with red shells. Like every single one. Rude?
I just plugged myself off.
Oops. I do like this Rainbow Road because it's so pretty. It's very glittery. Like, out of all the Rainbow Roads, there's like the fruit by the foot one. That I'm like, about. Oh my god, whoever's throwing fireballs back, you're rude.
Let's not turn this fireball fast.
What are you talking about?
It was not me, it was him. I got flying by me.
Uh-huh. Oh, thank gosh, somebody threw a red shell at me, but I was already hit by a lightning bolt, so it didn't matter.
Wait.
No! No!
Oh, please don't. Yes.
No!
Yes.
Oh, I hit Taco with a red shell and then got me in first place, and then there was a blue shell out of nowhere.
Yeah, I threw the blue shell.
Rude.
Technically, it was going for Taco.
Yeah, I know you should have left him alone, but no.
What in the heck is happening? I'm being bullied. Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know why I keep bullying Saku today.
Really? You don't know why? Today? Hang on. What do you mean today? Ah!
There it goes.
No! I'm upsetty spaghetti. I'm angry. Rawr.
I'm interested in angry Tweety right now. I want to, but I can't.
Oh my god, come back here. Oh wait, no, Taco, come back here. Taco. Wabam! Second place, let's go! Even with all that nonsense, I still made it in second place.
Right at the end there.
Ah, man. What a great time. Alright, I think this is the last track and then we get Fogs in?
I think so.
Yep. I'm pretty sure this is the last of the 4 maps of the Grand Prix. Ooh, fire.
Bowser's Castle.
Drive towards fire. Heard.
Yes, you drive towards fire. I will not.
No, we knocked
No,
Saku
it's not
into
so.
fire.
How about you guys drive towards the lava and I dodge it? Okay, that sounds good to me. The fire means fast, right? So if you go, that means if you go into the fire, that means you win, right? That's the
Oh, Saku!
Nope.
Oh, I had a red shell for you.
Yeah, well, I have 2.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Hard.
Well, there you go, so I'll just drive into the fire for you.
I have, wow. I spin. What? I got eaten by a piranha plant. Oh, hey. How's it going? Oh!
Hey, well, you're not in first place.
Oh, Anna! I have gifts of the turtle shell variety.
Okay, so you just threw that boomerang and hecked my red shell for Espen?
Not me. I definitely
Not
threw a
me.
boomerang, but it was not for you.
Why?
Excuse me? You just sit on me? Oh, hi! I didn't realize that there was a dude there. This is, I can't see. Can we, oh my god. Meow. Ah! Oops. What? Oh my god! People are predicting how many times I fell in lava. I just fell in lava twice in a row.
Yes.
Someone trying to use lightning bolts on me right at the finish line. Get out of here. Sucking the lava doesn't make you go faster, but I heard fire makes you go fast. Yo, third place, let's go.
Hey,
Hey,
something
tied
got
for third.
creepy.
Yep. I finally got a congratulations screen. Oh, man. All right, Fox, get in here. Hey, Robin. Yeah, don't forget to join the games queue by hitting the button if you're interested. Burger King PC port was released today.
Banjo-Kazooie.
I know, I'm just memeing. Burger King would be, man, I had some what's it called, broccoli and chicken today, but man, could I use a burger. Oh man, Burger King, please sponsor me. I'm an archipelago player. I must have Burger King.
Why do we need a PC port of just waiting around till someone else does something?
PC port of going and ordering a burger. Oh, Sommers also.
Hello, I mean,
Hey, welcome in. I see you're in the game too. Sommers as well. Sommers, are you able to join? You have chicken and broccoli pasta in the oven? Ooh, yum. Cursing my luck, excuse me. I'm noticing that nobody today has praised RNGesus for luck.
I can do that for you.
Wow,
Okay,
that's
hang
not
on,
that's cursing my luck. That's the opposite. Bam, 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 bam.
No, we
Man,
can't say
believe-
RNG Jesus for luck. It just is bad luck.
Wow! Wow! Oh my god!
Maybe
More
with
and more
all
people.
of these curses, we'll get the bad rainbow road.
Thank you, MT. You're for my luck.
Oh, I
Thank
like
you,
that.
Margarita. Sorry. Did Somers
like
turn?
that
I
one.
think Somers is the kissy face one, right?
Let's see. There's 3. We have 9 right
Yeah.
now. Yep.
Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm going to complete these ones, send Somers points back, and it's time to go. Make sure that all this stuff is correct. Start your engines!
Hey, Chuck, maybe Saku does need a little bit of love. I mean, that montage might be evidence enough of that.
I did get somebody. Somebody's a believer. A Robin. Robin believes in me. What is a believer to chaos? Huh? Baby. You're drinking bubbly water? What's bubbly water? Yo, thank you, Scarth. Scarth is also a believer. Uh-oh. King Ocean Omega, you've gotten first like 3 times this week already. You're like on the ball. How do you do it? It's really hard.
Stay trying to wait for Saku to start stream.
Meow. So where are we in the world right now? I'm not paying attention. Oh god, sorry. There's cars in the way and I can't help but like drive into them. That's why I don't have a license.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Is it Italy?
And 2. Maybe.
Oops. No!
No.
Haha! I think I just glitched it so that my stuff wasn't stolen. Somebody ate my red shell and I appreciate it. And by my red shell, I mean a red shell that was designed for me. Ah! Anna, you stole my loot again! Oh, well, that wasn't me. That was somebody else. Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh, God! Car! A flying car! Fogs, no. Emery, no.
Ah, hey.
What? No! No!
He tossed out the
I'm so tiny.
lightning bolt there. I'm not happy about that.
I appreciate whoever threw that out.
I don't.
So good, too. Hey, that was.
Oh, what? There's another way
flying.
here? Hey! No! Who's... Why is... Oh my god, it's always Luigi! I gambled on getting mushrooms and it worked out perfectly. Well, bam!
Sniped my bullet bill at the last second.
Is
I
bagging
got
frowned upon
squished.
in this lobby? What's bagging?
I don't think you can teabag in this game.
You,
think
I
we talked
see.
about
I see what you're doing. Staying in the
Stand
bottom
by
spots to
the
get powerful
idea.
items. I don't think it really matters. If you do or don't. Because there's some really good players. In the lobby. I don't intentionally do, but I often end up in the back of the race and get all the good items. Hey, Fainty. I am in fact small today. No. Yes. 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 I do that, but not intentionally, yeah? I think that was too early. Nope, it wasn't. Meow. 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 Ah, rude? What'd I get hit by? This is on Switch? Ah, God, not again! I just love space so much, okay? I just can't help it. Okay.
You got the mega.
Nom 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 nom. Oh, I got a second one, and you're like, as I landed, that was rude. That was so rude.
I know.
Been bullied. Don't even think about it. Ah!
Hey,
Why?
don't
That was perfect timing. Yikes! This is danger. This is so danger. Ah! Oh god, I looked at chat for a second, I drove off the edge! Oh my god! I saw my name in the chat and I was like, what's going on?
I do that without looking at chat.
How are you today? I'm doing pretty great. Thank you for asking. Because I got to play with some cool people.
Chat, this is a reminder, when you're playing Mario Kart, don't look at chat and drive at the same time.
Where be? Where be? Where be?
Reload.
Are you looking
Oh,
for
found
the
it, found it.
Triforce one?
No.
After A, but before C.
Ah,
Even that one.
We need those cherry
Cherry
blossoms.
blossom.
She's looking for winter.
No! Please, no! No, Winter!
But I get winter where I'm at.
Alright, oops. It's okay. I didn't boost as fast. No fast boost! Hey, where are we? Again. This is a new place. Rome. Wait, where's Rome?
I'm not sure.
Italy.
Oh,
Italy.
so it wasn't Italy before. This is Italy.
The other one might have been Greece or something.
Not very simple.
Saku, are you serious? I am serious. I'm not very geographically. Yes. No.
Saki
No!
once lost Italy while looking at it.
Yeah, it's the one that hangs off the. It's like, you know, Italy is the country that like
boot?
hangs off of Europe. So like it's holding on to Europe for dear life. If you hold it up. That's how I know what Italy is. Where Italy is now.
That's a little follow the Mediterranean if it doesn't.
Anna. Ooh, this is cool. Well, somehow there's like big red arrows being like, hey, go this way, don't go that way. And I'm like, ooh, shiny. This is problematic. No! Yeah, here, Omega! No stealing my boxes!
I was trying to run you over.
Wow! Betrayal. Ah! Shell out of nowhere. Darn it. Will be considered the most known city in the world? Oh, the last track was Berlin, Germany. Ah, okay.
Oh.
I think the most known city in the world is Toronto.
But Toronto, Australia.
No, no, Toronto, Canada. Classic Canadian. Wow. The thing is, even without a Mario Kart map, people know what it
Yay, we
is.
got the good one.
People
got
know. No, no.
Just for you, Seth.
No. Oh no. I'm tilting.
This is the one where you just let go of the A button and let it auto drive.
What do you mean let it auto drive? This is not at all you can't auto drive. This is you drive off the edge. Oh, well, there I go.
Okay, you're not the only one.
Oh, why do I get so many mushrooms on this map? What am I gonna do? Oh God! Oh no! Oh no! Please give me a bullet bill, so I don't have to drive. Ooh.
Stop stealing my stuff.
No, I want your stuff.
Then you run me over.
I mean, I'm not the one who's hang on, sorry. I'm trying to drive with brakes. Hello, Anna, would you like? How about that? I don't want to. Hey, Aspen, come back here. I I don't know where I'm going. Oh, God. Hey, Anna, come back here. You're going too fast. I can't catch up. Okay, thank you.
All right.
Whoa. Right, can I not get hit by anything, please? I'm so close. I died. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, why is it always that corner? No! My items. They're all gone. Boggs, I'd like to run you over, please. So I can go faster. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. It's fine. I'm just using this. Excuse me. Goodbye.
Which one is that?
Oh!
Hey, no, that wasn't that bad. You finished 4th.
How are we quantifying most known? Countries and a high population have a better chance of their city being known, like Delhi in India. Now I want a sandwich.
Yeah, I got last.
At least I beat Saku.
What? Wait a minute. Why is that the minimum here? Hang on a minute. Excuse me.
Yeah, have some pride. You can beat more people than Saku.
What? Grumble. Alright, go again. Doesn't look like there's anybody else in the queue, so we're going again. Man, now I really want Burger King. We've been talking about burgers, and I'm like, man. But I could get Burger King.
I had Burger King / Hungry Jack's for lunch yesterday, and it was very good.
We done Mario Kart Battle Mode before? Technically, yes.
I had Culver's for the first time the other day. It was pretty good.
You had what?
It's called Culver's.
Culver's? Culver's?
Yep.
Mhm.
Uh huh.
What does it do? Is it burgers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they do smash burgers.
What is the smallest recognized
Oh, do you want
nation
to
in the
smash your burgers?
They made of coal.
world?
Burgers.
Like with a hammer?
I don't like smash burgers. I may be like one of the weird ones, but like they're burgers that you take the ground beef and you like smush it down so thin that like it cooks instantly, basically.
Where's the meat?
And they're like nice and crunchy on the edges.
Oh, Baby Park! Somehow I did not even notice this. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Baby Park, do 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 do. Baby Park, do 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 do. Hey, rude. Ah, rude! You just took all of my turtle shells at once. Excuse me, excuse me. Nope. I would like somebody else's junk, apparently.
What?
I stole somebody's nonsense. Hello. And come back here! No! Oh! I thought I was was about to get hit by the boomerang, but I got hit while I crossed the finish line, so it doesn't count, yeah.
Somehow I came first.
Taku, can we steal your witch hat? No, it's mine. It's got the entirety of space inside of it. I'm not giving it away.
You're saying you're hogging all the space.
She might give it away for Pringles though.
Oh man, Pringles are so good. I'm passionate about many things. Underwater, space, Godzilla, dinosaurs, and Pringles.
Let's go winter.
No! No. We're going. No, it's spring. We're manifesting spring. Spring right here. Boom.
Winter.
No! Why? Mhm. Boo. What if you already took it? Wait, what'd you take? My hat? No, you can't have my hat. That's mine. Oh, a star. There's a star on this coin. Does it always have a star? I thought it had a Yoshi face.
It might just be because of the game that we're in. Or the...
I'm in danger. Okay. Oh, random apple! Hello? Someone's dumping bananas all over the ground. Excuse me, those should be eaten.
Oh yeah, the bananas were eaten. That's why the
Let me
Pringles
eat
left
them.
over.
No, but you're supposed to put the You can't litter. That's rude. And possibly
Pringles,
illegal.
normal. That's perfectly fine on the Mario Kart track.
What? No! No littering.
Three people with the stars at the same time, but they keep bumping into each other. Oh, that's great.
Excuse me. I'm gonna need y'all to slow down.
No.
Why not?
Because I want to win.
No, I win.
No.
Yes.
You never time. You get to win by hanging out with us.
Oh, someone took all three of my green shells at the same time.
Okay.
You offer me Pringles and a burger? Oh man, Pringles and a burger. That sounds amazing. Why am I covered in goop?
I don't know, maybe
Someone
like
had a blooper.
probably Gwyneth Paltrow.
God! Oh yeah! No! Get out of my sandwich. Saku, can I ask a question? You just did. That's literally a question.
That was your one for the day.
Yeah, don't give that person a magic lamp.
Oh yeah, we still haven't done the SNES Rainbow Road.
That's true, yes.
Have you ever
Never
played an
went to Tron.
F-Zero game before? Yes. And I did tremendously poorly.
Yeah. It's fun. It was funny though.
Oh yeah, you definitely. And I jump scared myself with the sound effect of me dying in the game. Where are we now? Where is this?
Vancouver.
Oh!
The most
Canada.
famous city in the world, and you didn't
No,
even know
that's-
what it was.
Oh, I said Toronto. Toronto is the most famous city in the world. And also, to be honest, I didn't even look at the place. I just asked, oh God, where am I? I'm going in the benches. I want to sit down.
Wait.
Hello, Taco.
I suck. 5K.
Alright, can I stop stealing everybody's junk? I want something good. The series is great.
No,
Eh.
you can't get coins.
I don't know. I like games where I can play against other people. You know, before somebody does something goofy and I lose my stuff. Hello, goodbye. I would like Taco Bell too. Oh. Oh, God, what? There's a random wall here. Not me.
I'm probably dating myself, but didn't remember the talking chihuahua commercials. For Taco
Oh my
I-
god, yes.
Do remember those. Yep.
Luigi!
The Shy Guy had a family? Wait, what? Did I hit him? Did somebody else hit him? I wasn't paying attention. I'm not gonna lie, that happened like so long ago. I don't have a very long attention span, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, well, that one I definitely hit. No, thank you.
No! No! No!
Come back here!
Yes! Someone who was shy. Oh, thank God.
The dreams of becoming the next Wayne Gretzky. Now I'm debating on ordering a burger. I really want one.
We'll order a burger.
But I just ate. But I'm still hungry.
Then order a burger.
Makes sense to me. I'm hungry. Eat burger.
Wait, hold on. Which one are we doing?
We're doing Rainbow
While
Road.
hungry,
No, I didn't.
while
I didn't
hungry,
see-
eat burger.
What if Madrina's
Okay,
had
how
a
about-
Pringles flavor?
We'll do it the
Oh.
easy way.
Yes.
Saku, if you get hit by anything, then order a burger.
What the? Wow. I feel like I'm about to be targeted. What if I drive off the edge instead? What if this whole map I just don't get hit by anything?
Chocolate, you're gonna hit by something.
Wow.
Inevitable.
Ah!
Yeah.
Ay, 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 ay.
Okay, we found Saku.
What does that mean?
Anybody have a red turtle shell?
Get out of here!
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Ah, no! Fell off the edge again. Oh my god.
Oi!
No!
I'm still not hit by anything.
You were about to be until the lightning hit me.
Oh God, I need to stop falling off the edge, please.
Well, that's why you're not getting hit by anything. You just keep falling off before anything can target you.
That is also true. Ah!
I'm coming for you. I mean,
Would you like to fall off the edge with me? Oh, there we go. I got hit by something. Right at the end. Somebody tried to pass me the bullet bill last second.
Oh, that was funny.
Would you believe that this track was originally 5 laps instead of 3? Yes, because I played the SNES version of this game. So I actually knew that it was 5 instead of 3.
I'm still
So what
sad
kind of
that they
burger are you
turned the-
ordering?
Hey?
So what burger are you ordering?
Well, it depends on where I'm getting it from. Have you ever played a Star Fox game before? Yes.
Uh-huh.
Also, Jay, welcome in. And thank you so much for gifting a sub to RD Walsh. Thank you so much for the support. It gets a little crazy during Mario Kart, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. Like, who's gonna get that burger from Taco Bell? What? Can you even get a burger from Taco Bell?
Yeah, Taco
No.
Belga.
Is tonight gonna be Mario Kart only? No. Tonight there's this a person in the schedule. It's Mario Kart, then Gartic Phone. Gartic Phone starts in like 40-ish minutes. And then we play Gartic Phone for however long we play Gartic Phone. And then after that is gonna be Hightail. Alright, are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Do you think I can order food at the same time as racing? We'll find out.
You'll
Challenge
drive off
run.
the edge like you.
You know what? This one's cool. Let's go with this
I
one.
spent 2 Grand Prix trying to get that one Rainbow Road level, and now I don't know what to do.
Go with the Hyrule Castle.
Nah.
What?
That's the most
Nah.
fun. Oh, no, we get Saku Switch.
Yeah, well, I said Hyrule Castle. This is Hyrule Castle.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is the fastest. Okay.
Fastest race in all time.
Well, bam. Oh shoot! I covered chat. Now I can't see chat. Chat, don't do anything bad. I can't see you.
Taco's not watching Party too hard.
Oh, somebody just stole my... Hey, no partying too hard, excuse me. Well, this... I kind of... Oops. Bad times were ahead.
Do I even want to know?
No. No, you don't. Nah! Give me a bullet bill to make up for it, please, game. Okay, no, that's fine. That'll work.
Ow.
Hmm. There's so many rupees on the ground here. What happened?
Get a banana.
Ah! Banana! Bullet bill, please. Bullet bill, please. Bullet bill, please. That's not a bullet bill.
Oi,
Kisses.
my mushrooms.
Ah! Always the same. Oh, thank God, finally. Hello, goodbye.
Oi,
Hi.
hit me on the jump.
Hmm. No, get out of here with your red shells. No! Rude!
You told me to get out of there, so I got rid of them all.
You by throwing them at me?
And then I apparently just attacked somebody. Oh, it's last round. That's why. I threw a blue shot. I was like, why is it so close?
I looked away for 2 seconds and chat is partying way too hard. Also, hey, Urban Outdoorsman, thank you so much for the streaking.
Hang on. There you go. This is what you need to do. Party!
No partying too hard.
You gotta fight for your right.
The party.
Yep, you heard a party.
You know, it's funny. I had a conversation the other day about a song. That I was like, wow, this song sounds a lot like that Nickelback song. Can't believe that the person who made this song would copy this Nickelback song that I've heard forever ago. And Sue Hubsa was like, this is Queen.
Wow, how dare you. How very dare you.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but like, they're probably putting out new songs, right? Ish.
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Saku's gonna get banned. What? Why? There's so many cars here. I can't look at chat because I'm gonna rear end somebody while I'm driving. Ooh, hello.
Oh, there goes a blue shell.
No, no,
Yeah.
it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yes. Ah. You spit out your drink. Another one bites the dust. I don't even remember what song it was. It was just like... I was like, I hear the audio for the Nickelback song in here. The random truck! Ah! Ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. You heckin' booty. Whoever did that is rude. Oh, good. I got my stuff back. That I lost. I stole someone's item right at the end! Egra, what'd you get for food? Pulled pork sandwich. Oh, man. The only thing this chibi model makes me think is that Saku's up to no good. I'm always up to no good. What are you talking about? Like, it's just more obvious in this. This is gremlin mode.
Agra got a belt box of pulled pork sandwiches, which means it's locked and can't get to the sandwiches.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
I know, right?
Just smash it.
Smash you with a hammer.
Well, would they be smash burgers then?
No, I was thinking about the Cusco thing.
Yes.
And then I'll smash it with a hammer.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no! I blew up! Put that box inside of another box, and then I'll smash it with a hammer. Oh god! Boing.
Ah, crap.
What do you mean, spider?
No, actually, I hit a crab.
No, I know, but it was a joke. 'Cause in Hytale, the spiders are in arachnophobia mode. They're crabs.
Yes, exactly.
So I was being funny.
Yes.
Trying to. Man, I want to see if I can hit that guy in the background, but I know that I can't. But also at the same time, I want to throw things at you. Hello, there's some fire. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna need y'all to stop trying to steal all my boxes.
Your boxes.
Yes, my boxes. You heard me.
It's everyone.
Don't feed her after midnight. Wait, what do you mean don't feed her after midnight? I'm literally ordering a burger. Well, it's not after midnight.
But by the time you get it, it might be.
Ugh! Where am I going? Driving off the road. Why if you just stopped in front of the thingy? Also, I'm excited for February 1st because there's some of the old merch is coming back on the merch store. The Blossom stuff. Ow! Aaron. Oh no. You don't know who hit me?
Shells. Nope.
Oh yeah, okay. Somehow I feel like that's a load of poop.
It's fine. I got a bullet bill.
Congratulations. I don't. Also, Egra, I'm currently not winning. Yeah. Probably. Chops? My tummy hungry. I...
Sunday. Live from the
Sunday?
Electrodome.
Oh, I like this map! I like this map a lot. Who picked it?
Me.
It's a good one. It was a good choice. Yeah. I threw that backwards. Oops. Yikes! Rude. Alright, we're going fast. It's time to lock in. I can't see. It would be really cool if there was like anti-gravity roads. Although I think they'd probably make me pretty sick. Ooh, a bottle of Zora River water. Yum.
Boy,
Hey, yes?
Latin me.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. Only a little bit of flattening, though.
Boy.
Jump.
Stole my mushroom.
Mario Kart.
Vibrate shells at the end there.
I just popped in front of Saku.
I got hacked by having the piranha plant. Ba, 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 ba.
Almost everyone got the beat Saku goal.
Wait, hold on. We might have got the Saku goal, but we did not get erase Saku goal.
What do you mean erase Saku goal?
When you were playing and you got deleted.
Oh,
And it was like,
you talk about when the you know, when she was playing with Danny.
yes.
Oh, yes. Hey, Tim, welcome in. All right, I don't see anybody else in the game's queue, so more Mario Kart. My food is still so far away.
Danny just like, what does this do?
Yep. I'm
Achievement.
thinking like, I was thinking like DD. Oh, what does this button do?
Oh my god.
Hmm. A lot of chicken burgers. A backpack full? I don't know. That could be bigger. Hey, Jagger. Love the chibi. Thank you. I use this when my computer hates me. Which is a lot of the time, actually. Even though I don't use it a lot of the time. But every community games night, definitely. Is this the bag, right? The bag that never ends? Right, you put something in it and it just like infinite space. What's that kind of bag called? Bag of holding? Is that a thing?
Yep, bag of holding from D&D, yeah.
I feel like it's more than just D&D.
But that particular name comes from D&D.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Doesn't.
I didn't realize that D&D copyrighted the name. Oh my god. Portable hole.
I think there was a cartoon about that. So about a portable hole.
Yeah. Nope.
Rude. Nope. Not even slightly. Go away. Uh-oh. 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 Go. Go. Go!
Ding!
The character, when you get hit by things, your character makes a funny screaming noise. Oops. Omega's character goes when they get hit by stuff.
Ooh.
No!
No! I have lightning!
No! There are 3 of us fighting for that place! Saku lives her Mario Kart life a quarter mile at a time. What does that mean? What do you mean?
Saku is failing references tonight.
I'm always failing references, to be fair. I think there's many of what is it called? Pop culture that I just don't know.
Like
Because I
Cream.
never watch TV. Like Cream.
Queen.
Oh,
Queen.
Queen. I was like, what do you mean cream? Oh,
Cream
man.
was also a band.
That band that's been stealing Nickelback songs.
Hey, Saku, don't feel bad. I don't get these references either. It's just part of getting older.
No, I feel bad.
Oh, wow. Listen, it's because I did not have a TV-filled youth or young adulthood or most stuff because I spent a lot of my time working.
When I was a kid, we had a country station and NPR. So I did not get a lot of music references until I was in my 20s. My friend introduced me to a bunch of stuff. So yeah, it's fair.
Yikes! Sommers! That one, like, dangerous thing there. That one green turtle shell. Excuse you.
What's the change shop in the city room?
Mario.
Ow!
I know, but it's not a Mario City.
I don't know.
Oh, thank God. I activated that star at the perfect time.
Somebody's trying to run me over, Fogs. Num num num
I got
num
Mario
num num.
Karted.
Num 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 num. Go away, Anna. Go away, Anna. Oh wait, that's not the place I need to go. I keep seeing all these signs, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go this way. Ah! Rude. Hey, is that Kamari? Kamari, please, no. Oh, somebody let the
Hi.
dogs out.
Ooh, let the dogs out.
Ended up in the middle of a green field somehow.
I don't know where I'm going. Can I please stop? Omega!
There you go.
You're
You got that
rude!
one.
Oh!
I lost everything.
I'm being bullied. There's rocks in the way that are green and shell-shaped.
I could buy 3 shells third.
Oof.
And then
Green
lost
and shell-shaped rocks.
That's what they are. Green shell-shaped rocks. It's true.
And you're just throwing them everywhere. It's like you're littering or something.
I wasn't. They were on the ground. I ran over them and then they caused a car accident, collision. I'd like to contact what is it? Mushroom Kingdom Insurance, please. Somebody left a rock in the middle of the road that when they got hit by a lightning bolt and it caused injury to
You hit a
my
rock on the road. That's
But we were in London.
What? Well, no. In this place is must be owned by Mushroom Kingdom. It's Mushroom Kingdom, London. Yeah, London Mushroom Kingdom. Yes, because there's chain chomps. It's not real London. Oh god, oh god, oh gosh. Ooh, hello. Why does it sound so calming? There's nothing calm about racing. You stole my green shells. To be fair, they're not very good.
Only if you know how to edit.
Yeah, but that's only if people are driving in a straight line. People don't drive in a straight line. They wiggle.
It was Mario Kart.
Ah, rude! I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Yikes. Can I get something good, please, game? I keep getting all this junk. Hey! Someone took my green shell away from me again? Oh man, this is more like it.
I fell off the bridge.
Uh-oh. There's a bridge?
Yeah.
Somehow I didn't notice that.
It's because it's whenever we first go across the finish line.
No! I can't see. Ah, random things! Oh, there's a thing here. Hey, dragon! Welcome in.
It's right off the ledge. I'm stuck in the corner.
Bah, 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 bah. Ba 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 ba. This time. This time. Pinball is also a good one. Bam, 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 bam. Ooh, what's this one? Pirates?
Oh, sweet.
Bone dry dunes.
I have no idea.
I don't think I've done this one. Alright, here we go. This is where we win. As soon as I figure out how to drive on the course, because I don't actually know this course.
Oh, never don't remember. I think it's don't remember.
Oh, maybe I have, actually. There's sand here, and I recognize sand. 'Cause I'm like, why is there sand on the beach?
That's what defines a beach.
But also, that was a different level. But I remember thinking about it every time I see sand. Taco. Just figured I'd let you know that I was throwing something at you. I warned you in advance, because I'm nice.
I kind of figured you would.
Don't worry. That one wasn't me. That was a blue shell. The other one was, though. I'm gonna take credit for the other one. Yikes. There's so much drafting over here. I don't understand. Is it drafting? Is that the thing with the whoosh? No!
Yeah. It's if you, like, get behind somebody for a while, you'll get extra speed.
Ah!
Yeah, it's impossible for me to do it because everyone on my screen is actually in a different spot, so it actually falls off.
I can't see. So much stuff on my screen. Go away with your stuff. Taco, it was you.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm innocent.
Lies and slander!
I'm 100% innocent. I don't know.
Lies! 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 Oh man. You like the chibi model? Thank you. I also like the chibi model. All right, perfect timing for that because now we can go into Garlic Phone.